we're doing what we call a beta group, right? So what I always do when I create new products, and I'm in the process of actually creating a digital product out of LinkedIn, like I've got over here, which obviously I'm going to go ahead and sell. I like to get my hands dirty. So I like to actually get involved with people on a very, very close basis for a few weeks, so I can find out what all of the problems are, so that when I create that final product, it really is a stellar product. And the reason, it's kind of a selfish reason, because if I don't, I tend to get a lot of support calls, and I've kind of realized over time I'd rather not have them. So if I actually go ahead and use this method, it's much easier for me to go ahead and create a good product. So what we're going to do is we're running a 5-week implementation program where I'm going to get my hands dirty with you guys. I'm going to spend a lot of time, and we're going to literally go into everything that I've shown you in the most minute of detail. So if we have a look at it, the very first week is really all about your ideal client. And honestly, I can tell you this without question: the most important thing, okay, that I can ever give you, the most important gift, the most important thing without question that I teach, and I teach a lot of stuff, it's how to identify your ideal client, because it's so misunderstood, and the minute you do, right, it just changes everything. So we're going to look at the profile itself. I'm obviously going to look at the niche. I'm going to show you how to get inside the head, literally, to answer all of those questions. I'm going to show you how to do the research, how to actually find the information, and of course we're then going to take that information and we're actually going to use it to craft our profile. Right, so that's going to be very, very important when we do that. So the first session is all about the avatar, and then obviously taking that information and creating the profile that we spoke about today. Then we're going to show you how to find that perfect audience. So we spoke a lot about those filters. I'm going to show you how to use those filters, and there's some other really, really cool tricks that I couldn't show you now. There's one thing in particular called Boolean search, which really allows us to hone in and to exclude people that we don't want. So if I was, for example, looking for accountants, I could exclude the word trainee accountant, because a trainee accountant doesn't need the products and services that I'm selling. And we'll show you how to do that with Sales Navigator. That's going to be important, I think. So especially if you want to take it to the next level, Sales Navigator is almost a must. But again, as I said, you can use it or not, but we'll definitely show you how to use it. So if you do jump onto this course, do not activate your free trial until we've built your profile and everything else. Then of course, we're going to talk all about connecting. So this is the important part. This is really all about the messages, right? I'm going to give you a lot of the templates. We're going to show you how to do it. And of course, ultimately, we want to get them to actually connect to us onto our calendar. So we'll show you how to actually go ahead, build out your calendar, how to automate that whole process so that people can actually go from your LinkedIn profile directly onto your calendar. Then we're going to talk about email marketing. So this is so important that I'm actually going to spend a whole session on it. So I'm going to show you how to set this thing up technically. I'm going to show you how to make sure that we get delivered, how we don't deliver spam. And the best thing I can do for you is just give you templates, right? So there's a bunch of templates. Literally, you're going to just change out the information in the template. Some of them I'll show you my own stuff. You just change out my information for yours, or the template information for yours. It's really pretty simple, but there's a lot to this. And this skill here, by the way, this skill you will elevate, and you will use this skill outside of this literally for the rest of your business life. It is one of the most valuable skills that you can have. So we'll show you all about that automation, and then what we're going to do is we'll have a Q&A session right at the end. Then I think that's week 5, just to get you unstuck. And remember that because this is a beta program, it's very, very important to me. I need you guys to actually get through the process, right? So that's the situation. So let me run through this with you very, very quickly, just to remind you what you get. Okay, so you're going to get the first week where we're going to identify your ideal client, and we're obviously going to create the profile, so that's valued at $5,000. Second week, how to find your perfect audience. So now that's very, very LinkedIn specific, so that's also valued at $5,000. Then what we're going to do in the third week is we're going to show you how to create your connections and actually how to connect. Then we're going to triple your conversions with email. Okay, this is really important. You're going to use this forever and ever. And then, of course, in week 5, we've got that Q&A webinar and some other bonuses. We've got some other people potentially lined up for you guys. It's really, really exciting. So that's a total value of $20,000. In addition to that, I looked at this and I said, well, how can I actually create such insane value for you that you just have to jump onto this course? Now, I created something a little while ago called the Ideal Client Clone. Now, this is a comprehensive course that I've created, which goes into a lot more detail than we'll be able to go into even on the 4-week or the 5-week course on how to identify your ideal client. Really, I go into all of the questions, show you exactly how to do it, how to do the research. So this is something that you'll be able to use really for the rest of your life. So that's valued at $5,000. And then what I've got here is a bonus sales funnel. So a lot of you will know that we do a lot of sales funnel stuff. Now this funnel I haven't actually given to anybody. This funnel, it dovetails particularly well with this exact strategy that we're using on LinkedIn. So this funnel, it's the one we use in our own business. In fact, it might be one of the reasons you're on this particular webinar, depending on where you've come from. This funnel is absolutely awesome, and it works very, very similar to the LinkedIn profile. So the two run hand in hand, and will actually enable you to get even higher conversions and value out of your email marketing. So just to have a look at that again. So we've got the course itself, the 5 modules valued at 20,000 Rand, the ideal client clone, which we sell for actually more than 5 grand, to be quite honest, and the tripwire funnel, which nobody else is getting except for the people on this program. So that's valued at 30 grand. And then what I have found as I'm talking to people, accountants, they're saying to me, you know what, people are coming to us via our website or from various means, but we're just not closing a high enough percentage. Now, one of the reasons you're not, if that's you, is that your targeting is maybe a little bit poor. Obviously, we're going to increase your targeting, but I want you to also have the facility to actually be able to confidently close clients. So I've actually got a methodology that works really, really well, and it's developed for accountants, right? It's developed by an accountant for an accountant. So this is a consultative process. It's something that I promise you will be very comfortable with. It's not going to make your skin crawl, which a lot of accountants, I know we hate selling, right? Because otherwise we'd have been in a different profession. This system here has allowed me to 5x my close rate. Okay, so I am 5 times more efficient now with this system than I was before it, and I'm going to share that with you guys. And then the last bonus, and this is probably going to be today only, is a 2-for-1. So if you want to bring a colleague with, or you want to bring some of your clients with, or if it's me, I'm bringing a staff member with because I'm getting them to do all the hard work. Well, when it comes to the research and that, you can obviously jump onto that. That was something that was requested by a couple of people, so we said, all right, what the heck, we'll throw it in. So again, lastly, just to show you, we've got the course valued at 20 grand. We've got the ideal client clone, really one of the most valuable products I've ever created, valued at 5 grand. The tripwire funnel, again, it links very, very specifically with this LinkedIn funnel. The close more clients system, just really simple consultative sales system for accountants. And of course the 2-for-1 bonus valued at 5 grand. So that's a total value of 40 grand. Now, you probably know I'm not going to charge you 40 grand, but if I did, okay, and all this did was to give you one automated sales funnel online that you could drive traffic to any time you needed 2 to 5 new leads a week, would that be worth it? Would it be worth 40 grand if all it did was to help you to define your ideal client so that you can make sure that you get only premium clients coming to you as opposed to going to your competitors? Would that be worth it? And if all it did was to teach you that no pressure, no sales, no salesy, I like to say actually, sales system that allows you to close maybe just one additional client a year, okay? I should allow you to close a lot more, but just one a year, would that be worth it? So I had a couple of decisions that I had to make when I was deciding on this. Being a beta program, I had to say to myself, well, I can make it as cheap as possible to get as many people in, and I decided no. I actually decided that what I'm rather going to do is I'm going to work with just 10 people. I'm going to work with 10 people that I can really get my hands dirty with, find out what all the problems are, 10 people that I can make sure get over the line, so that the program is definitely successful for them. So it's a slightly high investment, but as you'll see in a minute, it's not particularly high at all. So again, how much would one funnel be worth to you per year that got you, again, just one client a year, never mind one a month? And it doesn't matter whether it's the LinkedIn funnel or the sales funnel that I showed you, how much would that be worth? And just to give you some perspective, by the way, if you want me to build you a sales funnel, we start off at 60 grand depending on what you want. So I'll build you a funnel happily if you pay me that. So I think you can see what the value of this is, and people do pay this money. So if you actually want to jump on and you want to go and register, there's the link below. It's www.regularclients.com/LinkedIn. Okay, so that's obviously our site /LinkedIn. And as you can see, for today only, it's only 4,999. So it's a ridiculous price, and it's only a ridiculous price because we're doing the beta program. So to be honest, I'm going to learn as much from this program as you are. So it's kind of a win-win scenario, but I'm going to work very, very closely with you. So if you want to jump on regularclients.com/LinkedIn. So now you've got 2 choices, right? You go back to the office and do nothing because you came, you had a great session today, you learned some stuff, maybe you use it, maybe you don't, and you get your CPD certificate. Or you can jump on, you can make that small investment and really put that in place, get that machine working for you, get those 2 to 5 leads a week, and start building up your sales funnel and literally closing new clients every single month. And just so you know, everything that we do, we fully guarantee. Okay, so if you're not 100% satisfied, that you get at least 10 times your value from the money that you spend, okay, we'll refund it to you. So literally, here's my offer to you. Watch the first 2 webinars. If after the first 2 webinars you say this is the biggest little rubbish ever, fine, I'll refund you your money. But I know you won't, because I know how successful our products are and we back everything. So again, if you want to jump on, it's 100% guaranteed, so it's risk-free. regularclients.com/LinkedIn. So just one last time, just to tell you what you get. You get obviously the LinkedIn Funnel Fast Start live webinars. That's valued at 20 grand. The Ideal Client Clone valued at another 5. You get the Tripwire funnel, which no one else has got. No one else is getting for 5 grand. The Close More Clients system takes that pressure off you doing any closing. 2-for-1 bonus. Valued at 5 grand, and obviously that's a 40 grand value, and we've really knocked that down to 10%. So or maybe just a touch more. So here we are at 4,999, and if you want it, you can jump on at regularclients.com/LinkedIn. So when is it? Next month. So we'll do this on a Wednesday. So you can see that's kind of where we've got it pegged for, starting on the 3rd, and literally just each week. As far as time's concerned, I'm not 100% sure. It's going to depend on what the mix is, or the people that jump on, because I've got clients in the South African market, and then I've got other clients in the US and Canadian market. If we have that scenario, what we'll do is where we've got both, is it'll probably be early morning, maybe around about 10ish, depending on the time zone in the US and Canada, which would translate to later in the afternoon here in South Africa. I might split this into 2, depending if we get enough interest. Then it's really easy. I'll probably try to run them at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the time that we've found to be the best. So it's just going to depend on who jumps on. We'll let you guys know. My preference would be, though, to run it at 10 o'clock for both the 2 separate marks. In other words, I'll do it twice as opposed to you having to jump on twice. So that's it. Without any further ado, I'm going to open up to questions now for you guys. You can see there's a summary of what you get over there. If you want to jump on, it's regularclients.com/LinkedIn. While I'm waiting for any comments, and please let me know if you've got any comments, if you want to ask any questions. So when I say any questions, I mean about the webinar today. So it doesn't have to be about the offer. Ask about the webinar. If you want to ask anything about the offer itself, ask questions about the offer. If you've got any comments, or you want us to cover anything in the future, let us know what that is. If nothing else, I'd just love you guys to pop something into the chat box for me. Let me know where you guys are at and what you thought about today. So if you've got any questions, let me know. So one of the questions that does come through while I'm waiting to see if there's any other questions that come through from you guys is what happens if you miss a session. So if you miss a session, it's not a problem, because we do have a members area where we actually will record all of the sessions, and we'll put those sessions into the members area for you. It becomes very important, so at a later stage you can pick them up. And of course, it's not only if you missed them during the session, you'll always have access to that information, so you can come back at any time. So maybe you do it, and then life gets in the way, and maybe it's only a couple of months later that you actually start actioning, and fine, then that's what you'll go back into the members area. Everything is there. So there's going to be all sorts of things in there. There's accompanying checklists, there's worksheets, there's a whole bunch of stuff that come with this to really make it very, very simple for you to actually implement. So everything should be pretty easy there. So okay, Daryl's asked what happens if we miss a session. Hopefully we've just answered that particular question. So you will, as I say, Daryl, not to worry. There is a members area, and you'll be able to get access to it. So it doesn't really matter what time. We will try. What I do with this, because there's only 10 people that are going to be on the program, it's going to be quite easy for me to actually take a little bit more trouble just to work out where all of us can get together at the most appropriate time. So it'll kind of be majority rules kind of thing as to what time we do it and when we do it. So we will actually try to do it at a time that's actually available to everybody. So we'll do the very best we can, and we'll go out of our way to set that up. So hopefully we won't be in a situation where you can't come in the normal course of events. If you do miss one, hopefully it's only because the client had a crisis and you had to go. But don't worry, everything will be recorded. It will be in the members area.